How are we doing? Marvellous. Oh, this is good. Now I think we might be off and running straight away. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Morning all. I hope you're well. Now, yesterday, a couple of technical hitches. We've had a technical advancement and adjustment today. So hopefully, no nightmares. But keep me up to speed. Let me know if we're having any nasty incidences. And then we can let me know if we're off. Oh, morning, Ellie. Morning, my love. And Lucy S. Morning, my love. From Taunton. I'm waving back to Taunton. Morning, my love. Now we're going to do Viennese Waltz today. Ties on, ballroom. Shiny shoes at the ready. The oldest of all the ballroom dances. Should be the easiest then. Yeah, it sadly doesn't work like that. But we have done a bit of waltz. So we're sort of off and running. Actually, before I go into there, Anna, morning, my love. Boys, morning. I'm just going to do this because this is lovely. I've got some comments on Facebook. I just want to read them out because I just want to say thank you very much to a few people. Michelle Ann Bailey, you're a beauty. Thank you very much indeed. Wendy, you're fabulous. Maxine, Wi-Fi, I know, nightmare, isn't it? Irene, you're a beauty. Dancing with wet hair. Don't do that, you get a cold. It's like sitting on cold concrete, you get piles. So we were told when we were young. Not sure that's actually a medical fact, but there you are. Seemed to do the job. We stopped sitting on cold concrete. Who else we got here? Jenny, you're a beauty. Shani, you're a beauty. Rhonda, probably my most favourite dance ever, the rumba from yesterday. Well, I hope you're going to love the Viennese Waltz because I love it, and I've had a great. I've had a lot of good times with it on Strictly Come Dancing over the years. There's a couple of beauties. The one with Emma last year. Oh, Be Still, My Beating Heart. That was my favourite, almost my favourite dance of all time. Katie Jerram and I did a Viennese Waltz. Absolute beauty. Keep going, we cried. But it was brilliant. And so let's have a go at this. Viennese Waltz. Right. Joe, morning. Gillian, I hope you got off your call. Disaster. Having a call right at this. Can't they adjust the call to like 11:30 or something, or 10:30? And stay in your pyjamas and do the call. No one needs to know. Now, Viennese Waltz. Now, we've done the waltz, the slow waltz, as they sometimes call it, the English waltz, as they sometimes call it. Now, we'll just go over that very briefly because it's exactly the same steps. The only difference with the Viennese Waltz, it's turning. It just keeps turning. Now, the steps we learned in the waltz, the English waltz or the slow waltz, were just the box step. We started off with the box step. So, for the person going forward, or the boys, we're going to start with our right foot. This is located this side. I think we're up to speed with all that. Directly below the right arm. The left foot is on the other side. So try not to confuse the two. I have experience of this. So I'm going to step forward with my right foot. Now the ladies, as we've been doing all week, are doing the natural opposite. You're going to step backwards with your left foot. So I step forward with my right foot. I step to the side with my left foot. And I close my right foot to my left foot. And then I'm going to step backwards with my left foot. I step to the side with my right foot and I close my left foot to my right foot. Now, if only it were this easy. If only it was this simple. Oh, I'm going to do the girl steps. Here we go. We go back, side and together. And I'll go forward with the right foot. I step to the side with the left foot and I close my right foot to my left foot. And of course, it's also a good morning from the curtains. And the pelmets got mentioned yesterday. I know, it's inexplicable. I understand. Now, here we go. Here. What else have we got on board here? Well, while we carry on doing this, I'm going to keep reading. So we're going like, oh, hello, who's that? Georgia, morning, my love. How are you? Tanya, hello, my love. Angela from Dublin. How are you? I hope you're well over there. How are we doing over here? Look, you see, you've got the right foot going forward, forward the right, to the side, back with the left, and then to the side. And if we reverse it, we're going to go as lady steps, back, side, together. Steve and Di from Norfolk, morning, my loves. Back. So I hope you're doing this together. You could do this together. Look at this. Back. This is the lady step, Steve. Don't do these ones. This is the lady step. And back, side, together. Now, of course, the hold remains the same. Perfect posture. have the tie balancing perfectly lovely, gorgeous. Now remember what we talked about with the position. The lady is on this side, or the follower, whoever's taking the leading steps or the following steps. So I've got the leading steps, the man's will be stood here, has tie on, lady is to the right of the tie. This is very important. Don't go nose to nose and toes to toes. Disaster, you will vomit. I'm sorry to be quite so frank, you will. Not because of your partner, I'm sure they're a delight, a veritable feast for the eyes. It's the spinny bit of the Viennese Waltz. That will make you throw up. So you have to be offset so you can see past your partner. Now, this side for the lady, this side of the tie for the hanky. Remember, hanky, pocket, lady, this side. Very simple. Now the feet, if I just part my feet very slightly, Lauren, I told my line manager about how you've been answering my tweets. There you are. Just wanted to make sure to show you it's live. Well, morning. I hope you was delighted. Amy, gorgeous. Katie, morning, my love. What? Oh, lovely. Pooh and Piglet, gorgeous. Spinny dances, first thing in the morning. Now, we've got the lady's feet are going to be, so her right foot is going to be placed between my feet and my right foot will be placed between her feet. So we're standing just slightly offset. So when I step forward, I step between her feet, and when she steps forward, she steps between my feet, like this. So you don't have to worry about standing on each other's toes or kicking each other or any of that old nonsense. You just, as long as you're using the correct foot, if you use the wrong foot, then you're on your own. If you stand like this, slightly offset with your feet between the feet, you can step side, and it'll be a delight. It will be a delight. Now, this is the easy bit. The hold, remember the hold? Lovely arms, remember to muscle shoulders. Talk about this all week. Roll the shoulders, pull them down. Don't pull them back, just pull them down. Shoulders down, arms up. Look at this. So you put your arms to the side and just bend from the elbows like this. This is good. If you hold 2 bags of sugar here, you're going to get lovely shoulders. Oh, you'll be all cut and ripped, gorgeous. And then for the ladies, you do just the opposite. So this hand goes onto the man's upper arm, and you hold hands with this hand, your right hand, and the man's left hand. Now, you look slightly past each other. Don't look at each other. Disaster. Vomage. Look to the, just past each other here. And then when you step forward, you can do this. Side together and back, side together. Gorgeous. For the ladies, I'm going to give you my best side. Here we go. And back, side together, forward, side together. Now, very easy. This is the waltz. We did this the other day. I know. I was there. But this is also the Viennese Waltz. But we've got the spinny turny bit. We're going to do that in a moment. When you're walking forwards and backwards, we're just walking like a normal person, normal walking. So you walk forward in the heel. As though I was walking down the road just to the supermarket. Oh, how we dream of these things. Forward, side, together. When you go back, all the way back to the flat foot, so your heel's on the floor, and you go forward, side, together, back. So, and you can see as I do this, I'm already starting to turn. I can barely help myself. I go forward, side, together, back, side, together. Nothing changes down south. Under the waterline, everything remains as is. The steps remain, that this is without the turn. This is with a bit of turn. Now, how do I do it with a bit of turn? Just do it, for example, we're just going to enlarge the box. So we dance the little box here without any turn. There, a little square. We're going to do the same thing, but with a slightly wider, bigger box. And I'm going to go to the 4 sides of the room. Here I am in a bay window talking about 4 sides. Ridiculous. So here we go. I'm going to go forward with the right foot. Like that. Step to the side with the left foot. But I turn to face the new wall over this side. I don't face this way anymore. I now face this way here. The step still remains a straight step. So I go forward like this. I step to the side like that. Busy cake. Then I close my feet just as normal. You see? I told you it was easy. Now I step backwards here. And I step to the side. Now this is the bit sometimes when people have demonstrated it to me, that they find a bit confusing. For some reason they want to turn the other way. It makes no sense. You just got to turn back to where you came from. It's very simple. That's a nice bit of balance there from Anton to Beke. Nice one. And I go backwards. I step to the side and I close my feet. So I'm still doing the back, side, together step, but I just turn it a bit. I turn a quarter, what we call a quarter of a turn. Side, together. And I repeat from the beginning. I go forward, I go and face over there, together, and I go back, back, side, together. Now you could think of it as always turning towards your partner. Now that could be confusing if you don't know what it means. Even as I say, it sounds a bit confusing, but we'll go. It might mean something to someone. As I step forward, my partner's here. I'm going to turn to face her and look at her. Now, if I turn this way here, you see I'm going away from her. I actually want to keep looking at her. She's there. I'm going to bring her around in front of me. Here we go, like this. And as I step forwards here, she's here. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to stand in front. And here I go back, and I bring her around. So she's a very delicate. She's a very expensive, precious item in your arms. Imagine you're holding a very expensive china vase, and you want to just keep it right in front of you so you can keep your eyes on it at all time, like this. And this is your partner, really. You just have a hold of her like this, and you do the same thing. You see how I'm starting to turn? Look at that. Marvellous, isn't it? Marvellous turning. Thank you. Turn, turn, turn. And here we are. And there's the beginnings of your Viennese Waltz. Let's see if we've got any questions. Now, if you've got any questions, as normal, just fire along. Fiona, morning, my love. When you're doing, it makes it very difficult for me when I'm doing the girl step. Well, this natural opposite from the boy steps. Elizabeth, morning, my love. Kel, gorgeous. Now, could I get George and Henrietta to have a go? I could do. I fear it might end up slightly differently than a Viennese Waltz. I could be just carrying them, I imagine. Right, let's. Oh, hello, who was that? That's marvellous. Barry, you're absolutely right. Can't beat a good pelmet. Bless you. Now, I am going to do that. Gorgeous. I'm going to do that. Sarah, thank you very much indeed. Morning to you. Now, that I'm going to do, those are the boy steps. I'm going to do the girl steps. Natural opposite, as we said. So you go backwards on your left foot, you turn to the side with your right foot, and you close your feet. I'll do that again. So really, I'm not spinning at this point. I'm just turning what we call a quarter of a turn. So you start there, quarter of a turn, quarter of a turn, quarter of a turn, quarter of a turn. So that's all you're doing. You're only doing that much turn. So you go back, side, together, forward, side, together. I go back, side, together. Morning, Mary, side, together. One, side, together. One, side, together. Laura, learning to dance with your husband. I love that. Forward, side. These are the girl steps, Laura. So make sure your husband, what's your husband's name? You didn't write his name down. Make sure he doesn't do these steps. He's got to do the other steps. I was doing them a minute ago. Forward, side, together. Back, side, together. Emma, and you can join. Oh, you've joined us. Well done, Em. So back, side, together. Back, side, together. Gillian, what did I miss? Oh, you missed a bit, dear. Now you're going to just have to catch up. Side, but learn this bit because this is the boy step. You do the natural opposite. Back, side, together. What advice would you give me to not get dizzy? Don't do it too quickly at the moment. Keep your head up. Don't look down. Never look down when you're doing this dance. This disaster. This is side, together, forward, side, together, back, side, together. Now, those are what we call natural turns. You're turning to the right. When we talk about natural and reverse turns in ballroom dancing, and Latin as well, they're always the same. Natural turns turn to the right, and reverse turns turn to the left. And the natural turns start with the right foot, and the reverse turns start with the left foot. I bumped me head on a pelmet. On the left foot. So we've just done the natural turns. We're now going to do exactly the same thing on the other foot, the reverse turns, turning the other way. Right, let's have a go at this, see how we're going to go. So we are going. Mumsy, good, lovely, thank you. So here we go. Left foot. This is boy steps first. We're going to go forward, make the turn, side, together, back, side, together. forward, side, together, back, side, together. Girl steps, natural opposite, as we discussed before. Back, side, together, forward, side, together. Going a little bit quicker now. Now, what is the big difference between this waltz that we're doing now and the other waltz that we did the other day? Because they seem a bit the same right now. These beginning steps are about the same steps. Two things are different. One, this rotates more. So you'll keep doing this up the room. We're only doing it in a small square now just to get you going. But at some stage, when we get one, a bit more space, but two, we pick this up and get this nice and we understand what we're doing here, we start to go up the room. Now I'll do it towards you if I can. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to go out of focus. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you see, I know you'll see it on Strictly Come Dancing, 4, 5. The way we all sweep around the room. He uses the word sweep around the room. The word sweep around the room loosely, of course. But we sweep around the room doing natural turns and reverse turns, one thing and another. The English waltz is also, did I mention it's much faster. It's twice the speed, or should be, often not, but twice the speed of the English waltz, the slow waltz. And that is what we call a diagonal. Now, it's all getting all technical now, but it doesn't do as much. It just does this. And also, this is about the speed for the slow waltz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the Viennese Waltz goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's best we learn it slowly, I think, especially first day. Hello, who we go here? So we're going to learn this. Vicky, you don't dance belly to. You can't dance belly to belly. Now, even if you want to, you definitely can't dance belly to belly. It's not okay. Well, it's in your own house. Do what you like. Now, if you want to join, link the two steps together. I'm going to show you one more thing for today, because otherwise I think I'm going to overcrowd your information. So we're going to do one more little thing. And it's very, very simple. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I continue doing this, I'm just going to go around in the same direction for hour after hour. Two things are going to happen. One, I'm going to get bored, and two, I'm going to get very good. But I want to go the other way. How do I go the other way without stopping? Simple. You do this. This is called a change step. Forward, side, together. The first thing we ever learnt, the change step. This. Forward, side, together. Or for the ladies, it goes back, side, together. Now, it's called a change step because it changes your starting foot from your right foot to your left foot. That's quite a long explanation. So change step is much easier. So I'm going to start, rather than starting with my right foot and going around this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, doing a change step, 1, 2, 3, enables me now to go off on my left foot. Another direction. I'm so pleased. I can now go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to do another change step on the other side. Left, side, together. I'm now back on my right foot to start again. This is brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change step. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, all the time, we keep our arms up. This is great for the arms. Gentlemen, you're going to have wonderful deltoids. And you're going to have a wonderful, if you can hold your arms up, rather than picking them up from the shoulders, so you relax the shoulders, boys. Relax the shoulders. Darcy bustle, roll the shoulders back. Don't pinch them back, just roll them back. On the last one, you just hold them down. Then you lift your arms up without moving your shoulders, just like that. And bend your elbows in. Gorgeous. Now, if you can hold these up like this without them faltering, you're going to have great development through the arms and shoulders. It's going to be gun city for you all day long. Now, if you hold them up, support them by your, they call them the lats. Have a search. You might find them in there somewhere. just your back, essentially. So try and support your arms through your back. Hold your chest up so everything around this area, the chest area, is doing the work and nothing's happening through the shoulders. One, it'll just take some of the tension out of your neck. You won't give you a headache. But two, you'll end up having this wonderful posture through the upper body. It's magnificent. You wear a t-shirt, you look brilliant. And then you can hold your tummy in like this. Do you remember we talked about that the other day? Just hold it in and you can start to develop a little bit of something going on underneath there. Look at that, firmness, firmness. Le de rigueur, of high. Now as well with all the ballroom dances, because you're going up and down, you can start to work on your squats. I wish there was a better word for this. Squats, but you're just the bending, you're lunging here like this. You see this? Now you can just do your nice bending here. This is all for if you want to work out, if you want to use a bit of a workout as well. And all this rolling up onto the foot here. Whoop, this is all great for the feet. Get the feet working as much as you can because that'll just help you with the dancing, but also it's just good for you. The calves, remember, we start at the bottom, we work our way up. Calves, thighs, hamstrings, good stuff. Tone in the middle, hold the chest, relax the shoulders, head held high. This will be a doddle for you. And ladies, exactly the same. Exactly the same. All of this stuff just to be better and natural. Julian, this is a technical question. Do people have the tendency to be better at natural or reverse turns? People generally find the natural turn a bit easier because the lady is on this side of the man. So because this feels a bit more, that's why they call it natural, but I'm turning towards my. The reverse turn, going to the left, with the left foot forward, can be more difficult because sometimes you'll disappear under your armpit, which is never a nice scenario. You never want it because you end up back to back. It's a disaster. I've had a few of them in the past. It never works out. So what you have to do is, you do have to have a bit more connection and the whole thing has to move a bit more together. But if you do small turns, it only happens, goes off when you take big turns. So we're just going to do a little turn, just nice and gently, and then you can stay together. But yeah, the natural turn does have a tendency to be a bit more simple than the reverse turn. Now, I find that the posture very, very difficult. Well, it is difficult. It is one of those things you've got to practice over the years. But listen, and we've got plenty of time, so we can spend a lot of time working on it. Thank you all very much indeed again today. I'm loving this. This is my favourite part of the day. Don't tell my wife and children. It's great fun. I hope you're enjoying it. We're going to, obviously, we're going to keep going. Tomorrow is Saturday, so tomorrow is recap day. We're going to go over everything, so we might end up doing a bit longer than we're doing. So we're just going to have a little, but just a glancing blow through everything. We're not going to get stuck on anything. We're going to go through everything, have a recap day, and then we'll have Sunday off, have a lie down in the dark room. Hopefully it's a nice day, and then I'll see you all again Monday. But I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day. Stay safe. Well done with with last night, the applause. NHS, you're all absolute legends, beyond legends. And when we finished all this, and when we're all out of isolation, I'd like to do something for you. I'm either going to put on a big show somewhere or do something for you. But anyway, I'll let you know what we've got planned. Much love. See you in the morning.